Thanks for joining us here at Functional Bliss, where Audra and Jessica will guide you through exercises and wellness techniques to help you live your best life every day. It's in the name, after all, Functional Bliss. Before you do anything else, click like and subscribe and ring the bell so you'll know whenever we put up a new video. To join our Blissful Gang for live Zoom classes where you can get more direct suggestions and encouragement, go to our website and sign up. Check the class description below for any equipment needs, grab your gear, and let's get started.
All right, so we are going to start in a seated position, and we'll stay in a seated position for the entire practice this morning. And just any props that you like to use in your practice, totally have them just available handy and nearby. And for our practice today, I'm going to go into like a side saddle position because I prefer the corner of the chair for my warrior two, but you'll be able to readjust in a way that feels the most appropriate to you when the time comes. All right, so just to start, go ahead and scooch back in your chair, get super comfy, cozy. Take a moment to just do that little sighing breath and settle in. As you start to settle into your chair and you work out all those little wiggles, so make sure your body feels like it's positioned in a way that you can feel comfortable, breathe comfortably, and have a mostly relaxed position. Notice if there's any parts of your body that are taking just a little bit longer to find their way into a little bit of softness. Give them that extra little bit of time that they need. And then as your body becomes a little softer, a little quieter, and we start to tune in and just notice the physical action of breath in your body. So you might start by just kind of noticing the container of breath, think from your abdomen up to your collarbones. Notice the breath in that space first. And you don't need to force or change your breath, but just notice the action of breath in your body. And then if you found that sense of awareness of the breath in that container of the torso, now see if you can expand that awareness of breath to the outer edges of your limbs, to your whole outer edges of your body. So think breathing to the outer edges of your skin, down to your toes, up to the crown of your head, down to your fingertips. Now, if you're still focused on that container and you're struggling to find the breath there, you may choose to stay there. But if you can expand that idea of breath, think of your whole body as the container of breath. Breathe to the outer edges of your skin, head to toe, front to back, side to side. And then just as you breathe to the outer edges of your body, can you find the outer edges of your body just within your mind? Can you find the outer edges of your body, and where does your body end and the rest of the world begin? So let's say you're breathing in, notice the space where your skin is touching the air. Notice any places where your skin is touching the fabric of your clothes. Notice any places where your skin might be touching the floor, the carpet, your yoga mat, any place that you're feeling something that's beyond yourself. See if you can just take a moment to be present and notice the edges of you and then where the world meets you. And then if you've got that sense of you and where the world meets you, can you take a nice, big, expansive breath and allow your you to take up just a little bit more space in the world? To take that nice, big, full inhalation, a nice, slow exhalation. 2 more cycles of breath there, breathing to the outer edges of your skin, breathing a little bit more space of you into the world. Take 1 more cycle of breath. And then maybe take a moment to just kind of twinkle your fingers, twinkle your toes, just invite a little bit of movement down to those edges of your limbs. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, maybe move your wrists, move your ankles. And then once you've brought a little life to your outer edges of your limbs, bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Take one good, generous breath. And then take a moment here to set an intention to honor your mind and your body throughout your practice. Never doing anything that would cause your body pain, and treating yourself with love, care, and respect. With that intention set, start to lift your back away from your seat, sit up nice and tall. And then if it feels comfortable to do so, walk yourself forward just enough so your butt feels solid in the chair, feet feel solid on the ground. Once you're there, inhale, lift your chin up towards the sky. Exhale, tuck your chin down towards your chest. Inhale, lift your chin up. Exhale, tuck your chin down. Inhale, lift your chin up. Exhale, tuck your chin down, and we're going to reverse the breath. So pause for a moment in that just neutral space of your head and your neck. And then when you're ready, we're going to take an inhale in that neutral position. Exhale, lift your chin up. Inhale, tuck your chin down. Exhale, lift your chin up. Inhale, tuck your chin down. Exhale, lift your chin up. Inhale, back to that neutral position. Slide your hands forward, move into a cat-cow with our regular breath. Inhale as you lift your heart, lift your chin. Exhale as you round your back, round your shoulders, tuck chin to chest. Inhale to lift your heart. Exhale to round your back. One more time with that breath pattern. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale to round your back. And then as you inhale, come to a neutral spine, pause just for a moment, and then we're going to reverse our breath. So when you feel ready, exhale, lift your heart. Inhale, round your back. Exhale, lift your heart. Inhale, round your back. One more time through. Exhale, lift your heart. Inhale, round your back. Find your way to a neutral spine. Left hand's going to touch the chair. Right hand's going to reach up. We're going to anchor down into the sitting bones, lift up through the fingertips, and then tip over just a little bit. Lift back up. We're going to tip over just a little bit further. Use your chair as an anchor or hold on if you need to. Lift back up. This time we're going to tip over even more. Lift back up, and then this time we're going to tip over to our edge or go just as far as feels like a good sensation in the side of the body, and then hang out there for a moment. Take 3 cycles of breath. Awesome. When you're ready, lift up. Right hand's going to touch the chair. Left hand's going to reach up. We're going to anchor down into the sitting bones, lift through the fingertips, take a light tip over, bring it back up, tip over just a little further, bring it back up, tip over even further, bring it back up. And then this time you're going to go to your edge. So anchor down into the sitting bones, lift up and over, find your side bend, find some good sensation in the side of the body, and then just take 3 nice big breaths here. Nice. And then when you're ready, lift it all up. And then we're going to take it right into a seated twist. So right hand's going to find the left knee, left hand behind you, top of the chair, low side of the chair, just whatever feels like a good, comfortable handhold. And then think about getting nice and tall here. Take a nice big breath. Maybe with your exhale, you go just a little deeper into your twist. Take one more cycle of breath. And then when you're ready, release, take your twist over to the other side. Think about getting nice and tall, and then maybe your exhale draws you just a little deeper into your twist. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, release, come back to center. Hands are going to get a loose handhold, and we're going to think hip hinge. So we're going to start to draw some circles with the torso, but we're going to keep that nice straight spine. And we're just going to almost, if it helps you find it, place your hands right towards your front pockets as if you're trying to bring your front pockets or the edge of your front pocket to the palms of your hands. So we just want to feel like we're moving through the hip crease. Go a couple more times around, and then just take a moment here to just notice, how does your back feel? How do your hips feel when you do this work? And then it might change how far you go with your work. One more circle around in this direction, and then we're going to go the other way, keeping that nice long spine, keeping your hip hinge. Notice if changing directions changed anything in the back or in the hips. Take one more circle around, and now we're going to move it into a little bit more of a spinal wave. So we're going to circle around, but move through the spine. So you almost want to imagine that you're circling your ribs. And I'll spin sideways just to make sure that it's showing up. So we're going to make big giant circles, but lead with your rib cage. And then if you get here and that's like not making your spine feel good, or it's making your hips feel a little cranky, you may choose to come back to that straight spine hip hinge circle. But if things are feeling good, take 2 or 3 more times around, just depending on what pace you're going. Awesome. And then when you're ready, reverse directions, go the other way. Notice if it changes any sensation in the spine or in the hips. And then going in one direction might feel better to go back to that more straight spine hip hinge. But if things are feeling good, take about 3 more times around. Nice. And then when you're ready, come back to center. Left hand's going to touch the chair. Right hand's going to reach up, tip over just a little bit. Take a nice big breath. Lift up and over. Right hand's going to touch the chair. Left hand's going to lift up. Lean over just a little bit. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful. Lift up, take it back to your seated twist. One single breath here. When you're ready, release, take your twist over to the other side. One single breath here. Awesome. And then when you're ready, release, come back to center. And we're going to take it into a little bit of a, think child's pose. So walk your feet just a little bit closer together just to make a little support system for the thighs. And then you're going to fold over as much as feels good, which could mean that you rest your hands on your knees and give a little support there. But if it feels okay to let your hands drop down, go where you feel the most comfortable. You do get a compression of the belly here, so you may feel a slight restriction in the breath. But within that constriction of the breath, maybe see if you can take 3 cycles of breath here, but can you create a little bit more space for the breath to come in and out, even within that compression? Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, walk yourself up nice and slow. Take your time as you come up, and then feet are going to come to about hip width distance apart. Move yourself so that your butt is nice and close to the edge of your chair, and find your seated mountain pose with a little anchoring down into the feet, little energy down into the fingertips, and a nice lifting up through the crown of your head. Once you found that, inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. On this last one, grab all that big energy and then you'll pull it to your heart. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, pull those hands to heart center, draw that energy to your heart space, and then interlace your fingers, flip your palms, press them forward, glide the shoulders down. Pause here for a moment. Notice the stretch in your fingers, the stretch in your palms. Maybe even close your eyes for just a moment and just notice your breath. One more breath. And then we're going to release that little press of the palms, bring your hands back to your heart. And then with your light tapping fingers, you're just going to tap up and down, tap to the collarbones, tap to the sternum, and just bring a little bit of invigoration to that heart space. And if you like to, close your eyes down for a moment here and just notice that little bit of thumping in your heart space, that vibration in your breath. One more little tap up and down, and then when you're ready, come back to your mountain pose, arms at your side, feet anchored on the ground. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Lift your heart, hinge from your waist, dive forward. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, right hand over to the left shin, left hand reaches for a twist. Right at the edge of that twist, release that hand down, slide up the shin, bring your knee up to your chest, bring your nose to your knee, a light and gentle squeeze. And then right at the edge of that, release, come back to your mountain pose. Nice. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, left hand over to the right shin, right hand reaches to a twist. Take it right to the edge of that twist. And then when you hit it, release, slide your hands up the shin, bring your knee up to your chest, nose to the knee, right at the edge of that movement. Release, come back to your mountain pose. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, soften down, right hand to the left shin, left hand reaches, come right to the edge of that twist, and then release that hand down. Slide up the shin, bring your knee to your chest, bring your nose to your knee. Right at the edge of that movement, release, foot to the ground, arms at your sides. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Left hand over to the right shin, right hand reaches up for a twist. Right at the edge of that twist, release that hand down, slide up the shin, bring your knee to your chest, bring your nose to your knee. And then right at the end of that movement, release that foot down, come back to your mountain pose. Awesome. And then keep a little bit of life and energy in the upper body and the arms. And we're just going to start with a light little step side to side, just to invite a little bit of movement into the hips. So we would just pick up the foot, maybe an inch or two, step it out, and then step it back in, but keep the upper body nice and active, energy into the fingers. Wonderful. One more step each side. And then the next time your left foot steps out to the side, swivel just enough. And then I like this little swivel. I find the corner of the chair, and then I'm going to slide that right leg out. So my hips are angled out to the side. My left knee is bent. My right leg is extended nice and long. Ribs are fairly in line with the hips. Extend your arms out straight from your shoulders. And then you're going to look to your left hand and then look past your left middle finger. Take one more breath. And now we're going to float between our peaceful warrior and our side angle. So right hand's going to reach back to the thigh, flip that front palm, look up towards the sky, and then release, come to your side angle, elbow to the knee, right hand lifts up alongside the ear. And then right as you hit the edge of that movement, lift it right back up. Right hand touches down, left hand reaches up. Bring it back, elbow to the knee, right hand extends up alongside your ear. Beautiful. Lift up, peaceful warrior. Bring it back to that side angle. Hang out in that side angle just for a moment. And we're going to take 3 big circles of that top arm. So you're going to circle like you're reaching the pinky finger towards the ground, and then big circle around. Circle that pinky finger towards the ground. Bring it up and around. One more time through. Circle the pinky finger towards the ground. Bring it up and around. And then lift up like you're coming through your warrior 2. But now we're just going to bring a little softness so that we can step the legs out to however wide feels good to you. We're going to anchor our feet down into the ground, bring your hands together, interlace the fingers, pointers forward, or just a little interlace, whichever feels more appropriate to you. And then we're just going to start to circle around. So here's a place where if your chair has like rough edges, or if it's very sharp edged, a little blanket or a towel under the butt might feel just right to just keep a little cushion on the derriere. So get yourself set up so it feels like a really nice, comfortable position. Keep those feet nice and anchored on the floor. I've got a nice generous bend in the knees so that my legs feel nice and solid. Take 1 or 2 more circles around, just depending on what pace you're going. And then when you're ready, reverse directions, go the other way. Awesome. Take 1 more circle around. And then as you come back to center, step your feet in so that the feet are nice and solid on the ground, still that nice wide position. And then we're going to take right shoulder towards the left knee. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale and twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. 1 more time each side. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Pick up that outer leg. Pull it back to center. Take a moment in center. Take a couple little windshield wipers. And then if you had that blanket under your butt and you want to reassess where you place it, take a moment to get yourself set up. And then when you're ready, we're going to step the other leg out. So we're going to step the leg out to the side, swivel your hips, find that side angle, and then slide your left leg back. So left leg is out, right knee is bent, hips are angled out to the side. Extend your arms out to shoulder height and then look past your right middle finger. Beautiful. From here, we're going to take it into our peaceful warrior and side angle. So you're going to drop that left hand back, reaching that right hand up, and then bring elbow to the knee and extend your upper arm alongside your ear. Lovely. Right at the edge of that, lift it up nice and strong and fluid. Hand touches the thigh, arm raises up, and then bring it back down. Elbow to the knee, arm alongside the ear. Beautiful. Lift up peaceful warrior. Bring it back to that side angle and then stay there. Take a moment. We want to keep those ribs lifting away from the side of the body, arm up alongside the ear. And now we're going to take that top hand, pinky finger is going to reach around and down like it's reaching for the ground, and then circle it back up and around. Swing that arm around and down. Bring it back up. Circle it around and down. Bring it back up. And then we're going to lift with nice strong side body. Lift yourself up and then reposition your legs. So you've got that nice wide leg position, heels on the ground, knees nice and bent. Anchor yourself, readjust your butt as needed. Interlace the fingers, pointers forward, or all hands interlaced, totally up to you. But now take it into that stir the pot. So we're going to do that hip hinge. We keep a fairly long spine. Make sure your chair feels comfortable. Make sure your feet feel solid on the ground. So you don't have to go far to get a lot of good work. Sometimes less is more. So just make sure you feel solid in your chair. You feel comfortable in the movement. Take 1 more circle around. And then when you're ready, reverse directions, go the other way. Awesome. Take 1 more circle around. And then when you're ready, as you come back through center, step your feet in, hands to your knees, take it right into those twists. Right elbow, right shoulder towards the left knee. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. 1 more time through each side. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Awesome. And then when you're ready, pick that outer leg up, bring it back to center, and then take a couple little windshield wipers here. So if you have like a blanket underneath you and you need to remove it to do the thing, do what you need to do so you're comfortable in your chair. And then once you've got your legs kind of swished out, we're going to step the feet a little close again. And now we're going to come to our frog pose. So we're going to make our little fists. We're going to bring the fists into the soft tissue of the belly. First, we're just going to do a little smushing around. So you're just going to use those fists to kind of smush around the abdomen. And if you get here and it's already feeling tender, or if you know you've got any stuff going on, IBS, recent surgeries, anything that pressure on the belly might not feel good, you may choose to stay up here with a light sense of pressure. If it feels good, if your abdomen's feeling good and all systems go, you're going to press those fists gently along the belly button line and then fold yourself forward. So we're going to get that compression of the fists against the belly. Once you're at the depth of a fold that feels good to you, you will feel that little compression. You might feel that little sense of a heartbeat in your belly. take a moment to soften the muscles around your fists, soften the muscles around your abdomen, and then take 3 nice deep breaths here if you can. If 3 is too much, go for 1. Stay here as long as you can comfortably. Take 1 more breath. And then when you're ready, slowly, gently, mindfully lift yourself back up. We're going to take those fists and just gently rub the belly just to kind of soothe some things out. Make sure everything feels good, comfortable, and you're still breathing well. And then once you feel like you've kind of soothed some things out, we're just going to pick up the left leg, make a little basket weave, pull that leg as close to your chest as you can, take a little squeeze, and then release that squeeze, draw that knee in a couple of gentle circles, go in one direction. Draw it in circles, go the other way. And then keep a firm hand hold. So you're holding on nice and tight to the back of the thigh and try to push your thigh down into your hands like you're trying to push your heel down to the ground. Hold that tension, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that leg. We're going to pick the other leg up, pull it nice and tight to the chest, get a nice generous squeeze, and then release that squeeze. Draw the knee in circles, go in one direction. Draw the knee in circles, go the other way. And now we're going to get that firm hand hold. So hold on tight to the back of the thigh. Thigh pushes down into the hand. Hands are going to resist and hold that resistance for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. And now we're going to go ahead and grab the other leg, but now we're going to get into external rotation. So grab the leg, grab the heel, grab the knee, rock it a little bit side to side. We're going to bring our leg into a figure 4 configuration, and then we're going to try to hold onto the big toe. And rather than holding onto the big toe and pulling it like out away from the other 4 toes, we're actually going to pull it forward. So we're going to think about pulling like as if you were trying to like crack the knuckle joint and you're just pulling it away. So you're just going to gently pull the big toe away from your heel. So think about pulling it straight out from the joint. Be mindful, don't injure yourself, but we just want to feel like a little bit of gentle outward tugging. And then see, can you relax the muscles in your feet? If you have very tender toes, be mindful. You might want to go really light and careful, but if it feels okay, gently pulling the toe out, relaxing the muscles in your feet. Take 2 more cycles of breath. Awesome. And then when you're ready, release your toe hold, do that little dish towel ring, just kind of wring out the bottom of the foot just to kind of soothe some things out. And then once you feel like you've wrung out that foot just enough, we're going to take our elbows, lift them up and over your shin. So we're going to wedge against the shin. Make sure your leg is nice and solid. Leverage against that shin. Think traction of the spine. So we're going to pull through the crown of the head, reach nice and long through the spine. And then once you found some really good traction, pause there for a moment, take a breath. And then release all that traction. Let your elbows just rest against your shins or just come off altogether and just deeply fold into that figure 4 just as much as feels good. Take 1 more breath. Come up nice and slow. Grab that leg, lift it up and off, and then just take a little rock side to side. Awesome. And then when you're ready, set that leg down and we're going to switch to the other side. Grab that leg, grab the heel, rock the leg like a baby. Bring that leg across your figure 4, and then one big toe might be different from the other. So just make sure that you honor each side appropriately. Grab the big toe and then pull the big toe out like you're pulling it away from your heel. See if you can soften the muscles around your foot, around your toe. Take 1 more breath. And then release your toe hold and do that dish towel ring. Just a little twist and turn up towards the toes, a little twist and turn towards your ankle. And then once you feel like you've wrung out that foot just enough, keep your figure 4, take your elbows up and over the shin. wedge against that shin. Keep your leg nice and solid and then do that traction. Pull against the shin, lengthen your spine, reach through the crown of your head. And then once you've found that little bit of traction, take a breath. And then when you feel ready, relax into your figure four fold. So you can release your elbows, arms, wherever feels the most comfortable. Go as deep into that fold as feels good. Nice. And then when you're ready, slowly, gently, mindfully bring yourself up. We're going to pick that leg up, give it a little rock side to side. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, set that foot down, both feet nice and solid on the ground. And we're going to come back to that Sufi's grind. So think hip hinge. We're just going to circle about 3 to 5 times in one direction, just depending on what pace you're going. And then when you feel ready, reverse directions, go the other way. Beautiful. One more circle around, and then hands are going to slide forward, find the knees, one cat-cow here. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your chin, lift your chest. Exhale, round your back. Inhale to a neutral spine, shoulders soften down, and we're going to turn the head side to side. We're going to start by just finding that motion of the head, and then see if you can stare your eyes at a single point in front of you. Keep your eyes focused on that point and then carry on with that head turn. But now your eyes are going to stay focused on that single point. Keep your eyes focused on that single point and then turn your head to the left just as far as it will go while you maintain that single fixed point of your eyes. Hold your gaze, hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your eyes, return your head to center, and then turn your head over the other shoulder. Look your eyes at that single point, hold that single point, hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your eyes, come back to center, and then just take light little tick-tocks of the head side to side and any other little gentle movement just to kind of soothe out the head and the neck, make sure everything's moving and feeling good and comfortable. And then when you feel ready, start to walk your butt back in your chair, get comfy, cozy again, settle in, take a moment to get yourself set up. So if you had your blanket and you want to bring it back across your lap or underneath your feet or even across the tops of the feet, anything that would make these last few moments just feel really nice and really loving towards yourself. Give yourself a moment to find that. And then once you're there, let your eyes close down. Give your physical body a few moments to settle in. You always have the option to stay in your Shavasana just as long as you like. But if you feel ready to do so, or if your morning requires, start to just bring a little awareness back into your physical body. Maybe wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, but keep your eyes closed down if you can. And then as you wake up the fingers, wake up the toes, maybe shrug your shoulders, any light and gentle movement, but still keeping the eyes closed as we stay a little bit more present in physical sensation rather than what your body is looking like. And then if you can keep your eyes closed down, we're going to look the eyeballs up and down, but keep the eyelids closed down. So you're just going to gently look your eyeballs up, look your eyeballs down without moving your head as much as possible. So just your eyes are moving up and down, eyelids stay closed down, head stays in a stationary position. One more up and down with the eyes, and then we're going to take the eyes side to side, but still keeping the eyelids closed down if we can, keeping the head in that stable, stationary position. So the head's not turning, just the eyes are moving from side to side. One more side to side with the eyes, and then we're going to take it at a diagonal. So you're going to look up and to the left, down and to the right, take a couple times up and down at that diagonal. Head is going to stay as stable as it can. And then when you're ready, reverse, and eyes are going to look up to the right and down to the left. So we're going to take that diagonal in the other direction, but the eyelids stay closed down and the head stays as stationary as it can. One more little up and down at that diagonal. And then when you're ready, eyes are going to come to a neutral position. Lift your back away from your seat, sit up nice and tall, keeping your eyes closed or just a soft gaze if that feels like a better way to go. Gently lift your chin up towards the sky. Pause there for a moment, take a breath. Gently lower your chin down towards your chest. Pause there for a moment, take a breath. Bring your hands to stack on top of your heart. And we're going to finish with 3 humming breaths. So take an inhalation. And as you exhale, let out a nice low hum. Nice, generous inhalation. Exhale, let out a nice low hum. One more time here. Take a nice, generous inhale. Exhale and hum. At the end of your exhalation, just let your breath return to its natural rhythm, breathing in love and gratitude for yourself, for your mind, for your body, and for all of your hard work. On your next inhalation, you're going to reach your arms up like you're taking that big good morning stretch, but think about this as an expansive grab of energy, and you're going to just reach and lift and pull all that energy from your hands down to your feet. So we're going to take a nice gentle fold. So take that energy, draw it down to your feet, and then we're going to take a little forward fold to come up and away from our chair. So with your hands down on the ground, or if you prefer, swivel around so your hands find the low side of the chair, and then start to lift your butt up like you're coming to a nice gentle forward fold. Feel your feet connected to the ground. Notice the backs of your legs, the back of your body. Take one more moment here, and then bend your knees a lot. Pull your abdominal muscles in, roll your way up nice and slow, and then take it into that big standing yawning stretch. Arms up and overhead, stretch and expand out. And then all that love that you gathered in, now spread it all around you, reaching it out through your fingertips, down through your legs. And then when you're ready, release everything. You are amazing. Happy Wednesday. And shout out to Gail. Hi, Gail. Long